Expect a very cold and frosty start with sunshiny skies on Wednesday. Good Tuesday night, East Tennessee. David Aldridge, Captain Accurate here from the Captain Accurate Weather Command Center, where you can see we have freeze warnings in all the purple shaded areas in East Tennessee. Now, this starts at 9 o'clock tonight, runs until 11 a.m. Wednesday. And who exactly issued this freeze warning? Our partners and our friends at the National Weather Service. That's who. In fact, they quoted, I say, quoting them, dropping into the 20s. Good chance we could be down to about 23 in Knoxville. Some of you may wake up into the upper teens in parts of the plateau. Now, if we were to track some clouds and snow, you would have found quite a few flakes in eastern Kentucky, maybe a few stray flakes in East Tennessee as well. And also, I noticed there was a little bit of accumulation up at Newfound Gap today. But the snow, modest as it may be, still falling across parts of West Virginia and southeastern Ohio. March Madness is upon us. I know that many brackets will be put to the test this weekend. Now, some of you might be thinking, I never knew that the number 9 seed could beat the number 7 seed. Happens all the time. And that's why I say you might think it's spring, and then you're like, I didn't know it could snow. Nope. Well, yeah, it can happen. It can happen just like your bracket can be busted. So be prepared. There could be some snow nopes in our near future. Tracking the clouds are moving out. It was a cold day today, but removing these clouds, it's like taking away the proverbial blanket. It gets much colder. How cold was it today? 44 degrees. You realize that's 17 degrees below normal? Yep. When it was 17 degrees above normal in February, like we were 80, on February 23rd, there weren't too many complaints. But now it seems like the complaints reach a fever pitch. Typically, when it gets cold near springtime, people aren't too cool with that. I understand, but Mother Nature's all about equilibrium, always trying to find a balance. And today, there was not a whole lot of balance. It was well below normal, kind of like high tide or low tide at the beach. It was actually 46 today. In Oak Ridge, that was my expectation. 44 is what I said probably what many of us would stop at. And we only hit 39 in Morristown, Wartburg, Oneida, Jamestown, and Crossville. So a lot of 39s, Newport as well. So a colder than average day, no doubt. They were barely above freezing today in Charleston, West Virginia, and Jackson, Kentucky. Headlines, we're talking very cold and frosty tonight. Low to mid-20s as a rule, but there will be a few exceptions. Sunshiny skies tomorrow. High clouds increase on Thursday, and then it's rainy on Friday. We're going to take a look at some of the rain amounts here in just a moment. But you can see all the snow reports, those little circles I'm about to show you on this screen, all across the Northeast. That's kind of curious. We've got freeze warnings in West Tennessee, got freeze warnings in Middle Tennessee, and all sorts of crazy snow reports in the Northeast. You might be thinking, how much snow are we talking about here? Oh, I see 4.3. And they're also under winter storm warnings, apparently. Let's see, snow here, 6.4. It doesn't stop. I mean, that's up there in Ohio, New York. That's the city. And it looks like it's Herkimer County, New York. So even upstate New York still getting some snow at this hour. Futurecast shows this cold, bitter cold air will only get reinforced in time for the weekend. There will be a respite, a little bit of a break heading into Thursday, Friday, because we're going to get rain. So all the green and yellow areas and the warm red arrows come into town Thursday and Friday. But then Friday night, it gets cold again. And on its exit, the cold air will move in its place, and we might see a little bit of a mix by 10 o'clock, if not maybe 2 in the morning on Friday, especially the Smokies. We'll keep an eye on that. But you think this is going to actually warm up after this? No, it's not. By 2 o'clock Saturday, it looks like this, and we're just going to pour down some cold air. Look at the blue arrows, all coming down from the Great Lakes, and they're going to make a beeline to Knoxville. So we've got some cold days even heading into next week. You didn't say next week. Oh, yes, next week. Should be interesting, too. High pressure marking a very slow movement here across the state tomorrow. So we're going to find a virtually cloud-free day on Wednesday with highs around 52. So we do recover a wee bit. 52 is the finish point tomorrow, finishing point. Then we move into Thursday, and you'll start to notice the high clouds start to advance. The rain, a little slow getting here. We won't expect any rain Thursday, but it will turn rainy on Friday, because when you wake up Friday morning, it looks like this. 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. Yeah, it's kind of soggy. And may find a half inch to an inch or more of rain, because it's all going to spin in here from the southwest. So you notice even though the front's pulling away, the moisture's still here. That's why there could be some changeover on its exit. Ooh, look at the Smokies. I see changeover. Ding, 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 ding. A little bit of changeover. And again, depending on which model you look at this far out in the future, there might be even some of the valley. So we'll be watching this closely, as there could still be a lot of changes. But in terms of the rainfall, I'd say a ½ inch to an inch is pretty reasonable. Notice my clock's moving, but the rainfall amount's only populating on Friday. And so by 11 o'clock Friday night, many of us have picked up maybe about a ½ inch, Morristown, about an inch, Sevierville, Tellico Plains, and about 3/4 to almost 9/10 between, say, Wartburg and Knoxville. So there's still a good chance that we get a soggy day on Friday. Tonight we're down to 23. No precipitation tonight. Starry skies, frosty cold. Normal low is 39. So, I mean, that's pretty cold. 39 is about 16 degrees below average. Yeah, that's pretty cold. If we get to 23 by morning, and there are no clouds to keep us insulated tonight, so it will be like a free fall. I got us down to 17 in Crater City, Middlesboro, 22 Wartburg, 21 Crossville, 25 in Tellico Plains. Wednesday's outlook, 52 for a high, frosty cold start, sunshiny skies all day. Winds out of the northeast about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Should make it to about 50 for Morristown, Talbot, Jefferson City, Newport, Dandridge 52, Kingston, Rockwood 53, La Follette, Caryville about 54, and Crossville, Fairfield, Glade about 52 degrees. Here's your Captain Accurate Weather Authority forecast for Knoxville, East Tennessee. 63 on Thursday, high clouds increase. 80% chance we get some rain on Friday with St. Patrick's Day. I guess that's lucky. And then for some of us, there could be some mixing going on Friday night into Saturday morning. But again, it's all about timing, because if it's getting cold and the precip's still around, it could be fun and games. But most of us will probably just see more raindrops in the Knoxville area, the way things are trending. But certainly the Smokies will want to keep an eye on this. And then it becomes mostly sunny Saturday, 49. Even colder on Sunday for the Knox Shamrock Festival at World's Fair Park. We talked a little bit about that this morning, but 23 goes to 43, and then it looks like we've got a rain and snowmaker on Tuesday and to Wednesday of next week. Something to watch. I'll tell you what, there's a lot of opportunities for maybe a snowbird that goes, nope. We'll see what happens. By the way, you can keep track of it all using the Captain Accurate Weather app, now with Pete Michaels Traffic. It's free at the App Store, Google Play. It also works on your iPad. Just search Captain Accurate at your App Store, Google Play. My name is David Aldridge. Some people call me Captain Accurate. It's not easy being accurate, so weather doesn't surprise you. We'll see you here next time. Take care.